Hi guys, we're here at PAX Melbourne, I believe, and we're here with creative director Anthony on Damsel. Tell us about the game.
So Damsel is an arcade action platformer. It's all about getting in there, getting like a high score. So you're shooting vampires in the face, smashing coffins, collecting all these little trinkets that are scattered everywhere, rescuing hostages.
Yeah.
It's really inspired by early 90s PC platformers like Commander Keen and Duke Nukem, things like that. We just wanted to kind of recapture that, but with a more modern, fast-paced, speed-runny, score-chasing kind of vibe.
Yeah. Was there any contemporary games that you got inspired by?
We try not to look at any kind of individual games, but there's Spelunky in there, and there's Super Meat Boy and things like that. Even Rayman Legends we used a lot for like the art style, inspiration from there.
Your artist over there was telling me about that.
Yeah, he's done an amazing job. Hey, I can't draw a stick man to save my life, but he did. He's really brought it to life. Yeah.
So, how long was the development for this game?
So, it's still going on. We've released, but it's never stopped. But up to this point, it's been about 4.5, 5 years.
Oh wow.
And it's about 6 people at the most when we had all of those people working on it, artists and animators and things like that. But about 4.5, 5 years.
What's the for like 4 to 5 years is a very long time, and in 3 years a lot can happen. So, what is did the development, because you guys have been developing this in Queensland? Yep. So what has being in Queensland impacted the development of things?
Not in terms of like mechanics or gameplay, but from a business point of view, we get Queensland government funding to help sort of do a bit of the marketing and do the final polish of the game. So from that point of view, being in Queensland and the support that they've given us has been really, really good.
That's really nice.
It's all sort of Screen Queensland. They're really trying to help, smaller indies, although we're sort of getting a little bit bigger in Brisbane. There's not that big a scene, but so they've been really helpful trying to elevate so that we can do this full time. Because you don't make very good stuff if you can only do it at night when you're tired after your real job. So they've been really sort of helpful in trying to get us to the point where we can just do this 9 to 5 every day.
How's the reception of the game?
Generally, really positive.
You guys released last year?
Steam last year, and then about 2 months ago we went out on Xbox and Switch. So generally the reception's been quite positive. They're not saying it's the best game in the world, but we think it's a solid 7. It's a fun afternoon.
So just an accomplishment.
Yeah. I'm super proud of it. People spend less time getting a PhD. So for me, it's been like a real education in game development. So it's been really positive.
So what's the future of the game looking like? If you're, as you said, you're keeping working on
we
it.
want to support it. Obviously, there's still every game has bugs in it. So we're always trying to get rid of bugs and different systems. So like we wouldn't have tested it obviously on every computer configuration. So people send us bugs and go, hey, it's not working like this on this machine. So we'll try and fix that. In terms of gameplay, we've got another chapter. So the game's split into chapters. At the moment, there's 3 chapters, but we've got a 4th coming. So there's a bit of design work to go into that. We've still got a PlayStation 4 launch as well. And then we're looking at where else we can put it. It's a pretty simple game, but it gets quite complex, but it's easy to pick up and play. So we think that it could work on like iPhone as well. So we're going to start seeing how that might work.
How many is there an intended amount of chapters that are going to be made?
We'll probably finish at 4. That's 100 levels. That's about 20 hours worth of content. But we want to explore maybe some other game modes as well.
Other playable characters, or
probably not. Like this is all about Damsel. And being indie, our animator isn't with us anymore. He's moved on to other projects. So if we had more characters, we'd have to hire a different animator with different styles and things like that. And if we're going to do that, we may as well just put all that effort into a new game and come up with a new art style and something that sort of has its own unique vision. No more new content in terms of playable characters, but scenarios and extra missions. We've got those 25. I think that'll probably be the end of that. But we'll see if we wake up one morning and 200,000 people have downloaded it, then we'll reevaluate and see what we can do.
Yeah. Are you brimming with new ideas for new games?
I mean, we had new ideas the day we started making this one.
Yeah.
So over the last 4 or 5 years, we've built up some technology, you know, like making games is all about building a whole lot of tools so that you can keep making those games. So we've got a pretty robust set of platforming tools now, level designers and all of that. So yeah, we'll probably roll into another platformer with all of the tools and technology that we've created over the last couple of years.
That's cool.
Yeah, we see ourselves as a platformer studio.
Yeah.
And we've done. I think we've done a pretty good job with this one. But you know, there's so much more to explore. I think that platformers, it may seem like it's done and everything's been done, but I don't think we're even close to it. There's so much more.
It can be so intricate depending on the style.
Exactly right. Yeah. And now that we have this literacy of platform games as well, we can start building on top of that and come up with more complex things and start mixing up things that people might not expect. So
what I find interesting about this game here, it's all about points, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Which is pretty rare nowadays. As trying to gain points has become sort of I would say archaic, but it seems like you made it a way that seems really fun.
Yeah, so like a fundamental design philosophy for us was you teach the player how you want them to play the game with the mechanics that you put in there. So like, we make it all about points that really encourages you to go around and experiment and try different things. So yeah, the points they're there to push you in a certain way of playing the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not seen as much, which is a real shame because there's still a lot there to explore with points too.
I think it just has to depend on what the intention of the game is, because I remember the first Mega Man had a point system, and it just seemed tacked on, and no one really played for that aspect, and they dropped it from Mega Man 2 since. But if you make a game based around the idea, and like you guys have, I think you can bring it back from the dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we'll start a revolution, but I mean that's probably good because it sort of sets us apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think arcade and points, they're like a fundamental thing in game design, and you'd be crazy to let them go. You know, obviously they're not for every game, but I think we've found a good use for them here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's about it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Worries. Thank you very much, man. Pleasure.